I done bought me a bird, but I ain't really trying to get back on the bird. I said we ain't bird, but I swear that don't. So I stay a light on the street. Can't have my seat with the rain. Greeted to the EDD. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Let me put up my disclaimer up. Right. I swear to God, StreamYard tripping. StreamYard is tripping. Look like I'm locked in right now. There you go. Now it's finally moving. Now it's stop moving. I was paying my money for. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can't. Oh, they's moving now. Okay, there you go. Something wrong with StreamYard. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. But I ain't hardly even moving. There you go. Like it's moving in slow motion. Getting stuck with some shizzle. I don't know. Man, there you go. I don't know what was wrong with this thing. Oh, you can hear me okay? Yeah, it's this StreamYard doing that. It's not me. Hey, TT. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, it's StreamYard. It wasn't none of me. I don't know what. I get tired of paying my doggone money every month, and I get tricked. And then I pay my money, and how I get tricked is the stuff don't even work the way it's supposed to be working. I want y'all to get a discount. I mean, every time it was going slow, and I didn't see my circle moving, no nothing. But let me get into this right quick. Yeah. They have lost their mind. They have. So Texas is now still trying to. It did pass in Texas about the junk food on the food stamp card. It did pass. It was 22 votes to 8. It did pass. But now what they have to do now, take it to Supreme Court. I wonder how that's going to pass. I wonder how it's going to work. So y'all know I got my contacts in today. I got to find my other friends. Yeah, to my contacts because it would hurt my eyes. But y'all check this out right here. Let's get started with this right here. Teen fighting for his life after police pew him 9 times in his backyard. Victor Perez was pew Saturday at his home, Pocatello, Idaho, shortly after police arrived. And this is what happened. Y'all can read it. I'm going to read it too. Nine times in the front yard. He was fighting his family called for answers. Victor Perez. Seconds after police arrived, his family told local news outlet he was experiencing a mental health crisis and was brandishing a knife. But they didn't know this right here. Now I did reach far right here. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. This kid has cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy. He could be acting out in any kind of way. Shouldn't that be the first thing you say when you make a phone call to police? Yeah, that's what that is, y'all. Y'all see that? Don't get on my nerve. Yeah, the child has cerebral palsy. So, how is it going to look to them? Affecting his ability to walk and speak limited English. He has cerebral palsy again, affecting his ability to walk and speaks limited English. Now, how did they let this happen? How? How? Shouldn't have been the first thing they said when they made that phone call to call in? Let me see that they're missing a thing. He branching the name. See, the eyewitness, I was just reading y'all. The eyewitness video captured the moment police shot Pew, a mental and physically disabled 17-year-old man. My thing is, what would you add when they was, I mean, did they know he was 17? Did they know he had a problem? When they called, did they tell him he was a kid with cerebral palsy, he can't speak no English, and he can barely walk? When you make these phone calls, these people on the police on this phone, on these 911 calls, you got to be specific about what's going on. You got to say more than one time what's going on, because apparently somebody ain't getting the message. Apparently somebody ain't understanding what's going on. Come on now. This man was disabled, can barely walk, can't talk no English. So we know what he was just by looking at the name. And this is a 17-year-old young man. And that kind of teased me off a little bit. A little bit. It kind of made me mad a little bit. You keep your specs on, Pep. I know you do, girl. Woo. I had to look for mine. They were somewhere around here. I ain't had them on so long. Yeah, they ain't right. So I hope somebody get paid. I hope somebody get some fundings in they pockets. Lee. But y'all, my girl sent me this, and my co-host sent me this, so I'm gonna make sure I want to display it. Here you go. Let's go. 64,000 Black females missing, and nothing on the TV station, news media. What y'all think about that? All these people coming missing. And do y'all know that I keep hearing this right here? I keep on hearing, but I don't know. I keep hearing, but I don't know. I keep hearing, but I don't know. But I keep hearing, but I really don't know. I heard that Indeed, people go on and try to find a job on Indeed, and they're telling me these people are coming up missing. People who go apply for a job and go to the interview from the Indeed, they are coming up missing. Why? I don't know. Yeah, they come up missing. So if you've been having interviews with Indeed, be careful going to Indeed for interviews. Do not go by yourself. Take someone with you. They can sit in the lobby, sit in the car, go drink, get some soda, some chips, but come right back. But anything but leave you there. They are saying, again, people who apply for jobs with Indeed or going to these interviews are not coming back home. People are getting interviews with Indeed, and people are coming up missing when they go to the interviews. Take someone with you. And let me tell you something. If they tell you orientation at 7 p.m., you don't go to no orientation at 7 p.m. If they ain't got one at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., there's no way in the world I'll be going to an orientation or an interview at 7 p.m. I need to be with human resources. There is no way in the world I'm going to be thinking I'm going to go to a job interview at 7 p.m. Y'all keep yourself checked. Check on your home girls. You know you got to try to keep a buddy past something. Because right here, 64,000 black females is missing. And y'all know they ain't all walking away from home. We know they ain't just getting up and just leaving. I'm finna go. I'm gonna get myself and go. It ain't like that. They ain't doing it like that. Nowhere near like that. It's crazy. Yeah, something fishy. 17, they knew. Yeah, they knew he was young, 17-year-old boy. He had cerebral palsy. But Pep, you don't get mad in 3 minutes. Something something fishy. Yep. You heard that too? That's what they saying. People come up missing. That's what they saying. Sure is. So y'all be careful about going out there. And your potato chips. I keep on seeing all these new chips coming out, these new bags and stuff. But they got a recall on these doggone chips. But you still come out with different flavors. Y'all please be careful with the recall list. Y'all know we always come out here and tell you about the recall list, we got to check for it, but I'm still doing it as well as I'm supposed to. But still keep an eye out for yourself, because it may be a day that I might not be able to talk about it, but it's happening. But Lay's is having some problems. And then I turn around, I go down for a little further and read again. They got new flavored chips out. How are you going to have new flavored chips out and you just got a recall on some doggone meat chips? I don't know. But y'all keep an eye on that. You know, go shopping or whatever. But like I said, they trying to eliminate the junk food, y'all. You already mad, girl? I'm gonna make you mad, girl. You're gonna get real mad. Okay, y'all, butter. Me, y'all. Me, butter. I use what kind of butter we use, boy? What kind of butter we use? Yeah. Anyway, butter. Y'all, butter. Just check my butter. What kind of butter I got in there? Y'all check y'all butter. Let me pick this up. Check your butter. Check y'all butter. Okay. I need to get some more then. Thank you for telling me that then. I must have used it the other day when I made a toast. Okay. Yeah. A major butter brand is recalling its products in 7 states due to a potential physical contamination. A physical contamination. Y'all, please, I try to keep y'all up on everything. Y'all know I do. I try to be strong and firm when I put it up here and let y'all know. Keep your eyes open. Don't be slipping. Because you slip until you didn't know and you been over here, I'm going to ride your butt like a donkey. Here's the rest of it right here. Y'all check y'all stuff. Go in y'all refrigerator. I'll wait. Y'all see me heard me call my son to see what kind of butter I had. He thought I used it up when I made my last toast. Y'all look, check your butter out. Check your butter. If you're in these states, check your butter. Check your butter, baby. And I don't want to hear about you didn't know. You didn't find out about it. Here it is right here. According to the FDA notice that the recall includes 189 cases, totaling 1,701 pounds of the brand's 8-ounce Caba Creamery Extra Creamery Premium butter, sea salted. The butter was distributed in 7 different states: Arkansas, Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Vermont. My people in Arkansas, y'all check out butter. Check your butter. Butter. Check out butter. Check y'all doggone butter. They trying to hurt us, y'all. Check your butter. I'm on top of my recall list. You can believe that. Now, this is something else I was concerned about. These are things I'm concerned about, y'all. Yeah, that butter. That butter, baby. Y'all have it there? Okay, good. Yeah, that's the word right there. Yes, baby. That's the word right there. That's the word. That's it right there, Pat. So y'all have y'all house. Okay, great. Okay. Now I'm gonna get to the videos pretty soon, but I gotta get this out here and I gotta catch up with the people. Aldi's. How many of us go to Aldi's? A lot of people. I like Aldi's because they good on pink salmon, y'all. They good on lunch meat. They good on egg rolls, stuff like that. But Aldi's, just check it out. Here we go. Aldi's grocery store, potential exposure for confirmed measles cases. Do y'all understand me? So, being me, I started doing a little reading and everything. And go to the next one so y'all can get a good look at this. Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Yeah. Now, it's not them. How I want to say this? It's not the kids who's getting the measles. It's the grown folks getting the measles. My thought. This is per thought. I'm thinking that it's those rural routes where people was not taking their kids to get vaccinated or go get the measles shots. This is what I'm thinking. Because it's not the kids, it's the older kids who's getting these measles. Again, it's not the babies. It's these older kids are getting these measles who are in these rural areas who mama said, well, I ain't gonna take my son. My son don't need that vaccination. And I don't want him to have it. And they don't get it for the kids. Their kids almost half grown, and guess what? They sick. Hey, Shank, they sick. They sick as I don't know what. Thank you, my king. They sick, y'all. They sick. So these rural areas, y'all, yeah, that's what you're getting, these measles. And right now it's in Oklahoma real bad. And they said all this ain't got nothing to do with it. All this grocery store ain't got nothing to do with the measles that's breaking out right now. None of that has nothing to do with it. And there's been so many cases of the measles. Like I said, it's not the people like me, my generation, and people behind me generation. It's a generation like the 2000 some generations who kids have got a little bit older and they never did go get their kids vaccinated for different things. And this is the outcome of it right here. This is the outcome. Okay. My next thing I want to show is this right here. The DHS told her to leave the country, and she's a citizen and an immigration attorney. A senior Department of Homeland Security official told NBC, is that IO, Boston, the notices may have been sent to intimidated receptionists and will be addressed issues on case-by-case basis. This lady is an immigration lawyer. They told her to go home. Here it is right here. They told her to go home. You can read it for yourself. They told her to go home. Now she's an immigration lawyer, and she's a citizen of the United States. Trump is doing the fool. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Trump is doing the fool. My friend told me that she applied for some stamps, and they asked her for some ID, her ID, her identification number. I'm like, what? They asked for my identification number. For real? She said, yeah. So Trump is really getting down, y'all. He's really getting down. She said she couldn't believe it was real, but it was real. Yeah, it was real, y'all. It was real. The language in the email was very threatening, that woman said. She said, and it looked kind of sketchy, like it's like a spam email. But then it doesn't look like an official government notice, but it is. So what y'all thinking about that? How they doing that now? Y'all think y'all agree with what's going on? What's going on? How things getting worked out? Or it's not right? Because I want y'all to know they're gonna be real mad about that SAVE Act law. Y'all do know about the SAVE Act law, right? If not, Pep gonna enlighten you. Trust me. I'm gonna tell you about it. Let me see. And this right here is gonna make Pep mad right here. I think this is the one. This it? Yep, there it is. There you go, Pep. Lawsuit filed by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. They need to get rid of that joker, and they need to get rid of him quick. And I think that's why they got rid of Ted Cruz up there funneling around up there, messing around with things they got to be messing around with. But the lawsuit filed by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Y'all, Ken Paxton, y'all, is the child support man here in Texas as well. Don't be tricked now. Now, he want to end the special needs kids accommodations for them. Look how many it is. And I'm sure it's more than that. 400,000 students in Texas. Benefit plan 504 plan in school, according to Texas Education. More than 400,000 students in Texas benefit from 504 plan in school here in Texas. So, Pap, what's your thought on that? They gonna mess our kids around, and why they let Ken Paxton up there stealing money and doing what he doing, and up there turning the stuff turning everything to a circus. Everything has been turned to a circus. And why they let Ken Paxton do that? I do not know why. Why we still got the man in the wheelchair still over the man in Texas down there in Austin? Why we still got him? Because we're not applying pressure like we're supposed to apply pressure and get him up out of there. We're not doing that. We're too busy ski and ha and kiki and caca and not paying attention what's going on with these new laws and new rules they bringing up in here up on our nose while they got us distracted by other things. We've been distracted by other things. And while we've been distracted by other things, they bring things in on us that we don't even know about. And then when we do find out about it, we're like, dang, where they come from? You was being distracted by something else. Again, you was being distracted by something else. And I got one more thing. I'm gonna get to my video. I have one more thing to tell y'all. I never heard this before in my life. Never in my life have I heard this before, right? Okay. So it's the proposed SAVE Act. Now, they made some changes around about, I think maybe March. They made some changes in March. Anyway, y'all, please just stand up, y'all. And this is more for you married women. Married women. You need to know about the proposed SAVE Act. How many people have been keeping up with that act? How many people been keeping up with it? Well, let me just say this. They got nine things you got to know about the proposed SAVE Act. I'm going to give you about 3 of them, and the rest of you can probably look up on your own. But you can look them up at the NCSL. NCSL, if we can find it at. So, the 9 things you need to know about the proposed SAVE Act is they're going to ask you the question the legislators can ask you about voting and citizenship. Is voting by non-citizens an issue in our state? And ask them, how do you know? Another thing they would ask you, question would ask you is, what resources or funding are devoted to this work? They will also ask you, what's that? Do you have an agreement to access the DHS SAVE database to check any records that lack proof of citizenship? And another one is, do your state use jury dismissals to look for potential non-citizenship? If not, if they're not citizenship, they're trying to look for potential citizenship by the jury dismissal. They can go by that. So yeah, y'all, they do some crazy thing. And my last thing is this right here. A woman 32 years old gets a hysterectomy due to a tumor on her ovary. Doctors later find out, y'all, when the biopsy shows no cancer, it was just a tumor. So they gave her a hysterectomy because they thought that she had ovarian cancer. But luckily, she had 2 kids already. They said Rihanna Butlin complained of abdominal pains and was later diagnosed with a tumor on her ovary. She underwent a hysterectomy and had her appendix and the lining removed. Doctors later apologized that they realized she did not have ovarian cancer and said tumors had been discovered everywhere in her body. I'm still kind of lost on that. But then I ain't lost. So you're going to give me a hysterectomy thinking that I got cancer so I can no longer have kids? But thank God I got 2. And you can find out that I don't have ovarian cancer? Lord have mercy. Let me go on. Let me get on down the road. Get on down the road. Well, I'm telling y'all better be careful out in these streets. And I'm going to say this right here before I get out. If I go on. Always get a second opinion. You have a first opinion, okay? Always get a second. A second opinion is always needed. Don't just go by what one doctor say. Go by what the other doctor might say. Y'all heard me? You know what they are doing. Most certainly is. Yeah, so y'all please get your second choice. Get your second answer. But if you had like a hysterectomy, they did this one right here. Y'all make sure y'all go get y'all a second opinion on anything about your body. You're not sure. You think, nah, I don't know if you might not know what you talk about. Let me go get somebody else and talk to someone else. You have that right. You do that. Because in this case right here, if she would have went along and did it with another doctor, she wouldn't even had a hysterectomy. She would have known she had ovarian. She didn't have ovarian cancer. Just got tumors all over her body. I wonder how many tumors is it all over her body. My God, Jesus. Let's take the wheel. Okay, y'all. I wanted to play this video. I'm gonna play so much of it that I'm gonna stop it. But y'all pay attention to the background, and y'all pay attention to these people in front of the video. Y'all pay attention what's in their hand, and y'all pay attention in the background. But keep your eyes on that background, okay? All right, let's go. But when I cut out short, you know what I'm
Different clinics, black girl lost. Her baby daddy wanted divorce, but he refused to use his weed money to cover the cost. Now she's on Facebook Live, talking how she a boss. Not noticing her crib look like he got hit by the Holocaust. He's no better. All he do is smoke and get drunk, shoot YouTube videos, and watch his son.
Y'all see the kid in the background? Let me see what it say if I'm going to play the replay it. Did y'all see the little kid in the background where the circle was? Did y'all see the old girl with the alcohol beverages? Y'all see old boy on to the side, to the left side? Y'all see the baby in the back? Did y'all see what's going on back there? I cut it off for a reason because I don't want to get struck. But did y'all see what? Let me do it again. I cut it off again.
Different clinics, black girl lost. Her baby daddy wanted divorce, but he refused to use his weed money to cover the cost. Now she's on Facebook Live, talking how she a boss. Not noticing her crib look like he got hit by the Holocaust, and he's no better. All he do is smoke and get drunk, shoot YouTube videos.
Yes, my God, Jesus. Yeah, I almost threw up when I seen it. It just, my whole stomach just got so tight. I swear for God, my Jesus, my Lord, my stomach got so tight, y'all. Like it got me nuts. It'd be nice. If I knew where them clowns stayed in, I swear to God, I would have went over there and started slapping everybody in the house. I would have slapped everybody in the house. Even baby pop got slapped on the hand. But I'm telling you, I would, if I knew if they was here in Texas, Dallas with me, Lord Jesus, I would go over there and I would hoop everybody in that house and put them all out. I put them all out. But luckily, y'all didn't see this part. The lady was coming to the living room to where the baby, who let the baby out the room, to where the baby was. Where that white circle was, she came there, took that from him, and she got on their butt. But they didn't see that. You know why? They got the alcohol. They in the video. They got the music jamming, playing out loud. They ain't paying no attention to firearm violence. If I knew where they stayed at, I would slap their face. I swear to God, I would. I'd go to jail tonight. I would go to jail for slapping their faces. I get all of them. Even the one that let him out the room, I get her too. Your house ain't right. Let me tell you something. I would need a way out of jail. I would need me away from jailhouse. Because I swear I would go in there with me a stick. It's going to be called the ninja stick. And when I go up in there, baby, it's going to be baseball all day long till I can't swing no more. Not swing, I mean swing. Yes, the kids having kids and not taking care of their babies. It bothers me so bad, y'all. And when I seen that, y'all, I just started just earl up. It was just sickening. I don't like that. Pay attention to your babies, y'all. Again, pay attention to your babies. Do you know how bad it could have been right there on Facebook Live with that right there? And why do you silly people go on Facebook Live with some of the most craziest stuff? And then you get busted for it. And then you're looking crazy like, well, I don't know. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Y'all making me sick. I can't handle it no more. Let's check out Terrence Howard and Diddy.
Do you remember that time when Diddy made up that fake story so he could get Cassie away from her then boyfriend Ryan Leslie so he could get with her? Or what if I told you Diddy did the exact same thing to Terrence Howard? The Terrence Howard from Hustle and Flow. Same Terrence Howard that proposed an alternative theory of gravity and the idea of universal wave function. Now what's his about? The hell if I know, but I did like Hustle and Flow. He goes on the Patrick Bet David podcast, and they started talking about the freakiness that's going on in Hollywood. Patrick asked, what do you think about Bieber's struggles? That's when things got deep. He said Justin Bieber had his man card taken away by the industry. He can't get it out of his head. Patrick Bet David like, dang, that's deep. But you know, Terrence, you telling everybody else business. You got anything you want to share? I thought you never asked. Did you ever have an opportunity to go to a Puffy party? Yeah, he invited me several times, but he did something even weirder than that. Diddy invited him to his house because he wanted acting lessons. Now, at first, Terrence Howard didn't think much of it because he did remember that Diddy was in that movie, Raisin in the Sun, and he was terrible. And everybody said he was overacting, stiff, and just overall horrendous. So he said, cool. Terrence Howard shows up. Said, Diddy, what do you want to work on? Diddy don't say nothing. He just looking at him like this. Terrence Howard said, you got a specific script or something? Diddy say, nothing. Now at this point, Terrence Howard's starting to think about those white parties and look at Diddy like, hold up. Now Diddy, sensing Terrence Howard might be on to him, switches the subject and say, hey, you know what? I need help on my music. Even though it was seeming strange, Terrence Howard said that might make sense because if y'all remember, he was in Hustle and Flow. And in Hustle and Flow, he wrote that hit record, Whoop That Trick, that swept the nation, and they was all dancing in the studio. I love that movie, Hustle and Flow. Terrence Howard playing his music. He playing some heat. He asked Diddy what he think. And Diddy just say, nothing, just looking at him. But at this point, Terrence Howard just gets out of there. Then weeks later, this happens. Terrence Howard's assistant says, hey, Diddy wants to hang out with you next week. Terrence Howard says, for what? And that's when the assistant tells Terrence Diddy was trying to you. Terrence said he cut off all communication and went zero contact ever since. Follow me for more Diddy stories. I'm doing 30 days of Diddy as we approach the May trial. I like it.
I can't wait to trial. Woo! I wish I could be there. But anybody want to pay me go to the Mo 3 trial, pay me and I go down there and I record every damn thing they got on the goddamn me books down there. You hear me? But you going to have to pay for me to go down there with my camera. Or you have to pay for your own camera pen, camera lipstick, or whatever, you know. But I will go down there. I say I'm gonna go. But if I go for myself down there with my recordings or whatever, it'd be an open case. It'd be an open court case. I am planning on going. And if I go down there and record from day one until the trial is over with, oh, I'm selling my tape. I'm gonna need a small little fee. Sure is. It's gonna be a fee because you could have asked me to go down. I would did it for no problem because I'm gonna go anyway. But if I got to go down there anyway, and then you want me to get, you want to my audio, you could pay for it then. But I'm gonna be there. I'm trying my best to be there every day over. If they got open trial. Did y'all know Michael Jordan dad passed away because of Michael Jordan? I never could get that. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand it.
From what you know.
Again, I don't have firsthand knowledge of this, but being that I was working with the NBA at that time, I was told two things. One, that he was told to leave the NBA around the time that his father got murdered because stories were about to come out, and there was a lot of heat on the fact that because of Michael's gambling habit, his father paid the price. And the NBA didn't want the press So they asked him to leave for a while. That's when he went to play baseball. And then when things settled down, he came back. The plan was always, from what I was told, for him to come back. Now, again, I heard this from a source I believe was pretty knowledgeable, somebody I knew pretty well inside the NBA.
Pap, Sarah, anybody in the chat, have y'all heard it before? I never knew that Michael Jordan had a gambling problem. Yeah, and that's what happened to Pap. They trying to say he had a gambling problem. And they said that's when he went over to start playing baseball. But they told him that he had a position at the at the basketball. He still had a basketball career, even though he went to play baseball. They wanted them to harm I guess they wanted them to harm their name of the basketball team. They didn't want no harm or anything like that. So they go ahead, just let him go play baseball. That's when he started the career up. And he went all that great. I got the clap my hands and hollering for him, Jordan. He wasn't none of that. But I never did figure out what happened to his dad. Yeah, he sacrificed his dad. Now I just not figuring out that it was a gambling debt. But I don't think it was no gambling debt. I don't think it was a gambling debt. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna ride with that. I'm not gonna ride with the damn gambling debt. I say no. I don't believe that, y'all. I don't. But y'all, I keep hearing about these people that's homeless, but I never get treated the way people say they get treated.
The LA County Sheriff's Department has now removed all the homeless from this lot in City of Industry. And Black Series RV owner Jack Hongwei Chu said all his trailers are being removed too. Jack told us one reason why he thinks this problem grew so out of control is because he heard some people made agreements to pay to live here. But several people who lived here say not only did they pay rent, they paid Jack, Black Series owner. IK, who didn't want to share his last name with us, says he's been living in one of the RVs for nearly a year and has been paying Jack $300 per month since November in what he described as a rent-to-own agreement. IK showed me what he says is his bill of sale, and he says it's signed by Jack. Then he shared audio with NBC4 of a conversation that he says he and his girlfriend had with Jack, where they appear to discuss a $300 per month asking price.
I can rent the trailer for you for $300 a month.
That was you on that recording asking for $300 a month. Yes or no?
On the recording, yes.
Jack says he is the voice on the recording, but he denies that he signed this purchase agreement or even knew about it. And he says he ultimately never took their money.
Wow, that's so crazy. He was collecting money with his own two hands.
I never collected rent from anyone.
You didn't collect $1.
No, not even $1.
Lying. He lying. Oh, he lying. You know how I know he lying? He said he did before. If you did before, you still doing it. You took that man $300, and now they getting put out the place where they supposed to be living at. But see, the homeless people that I know, the unfortunate people that I know, they ain't got nowhere to sleep at, but the streets, but trees and grass on the ground. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say about the $64 million bullet train coming through here though. Let me go on. But these people in Dallas, Texas, hungry. They got the bullet train coming through. It's 63.4, a $63.1 million coming down through here. Yeah, he that's what happened, Pap. They were trying to make me believe something else, but he Michael Jordan dad was so he got. I'm like, that don't sound right. That ain't right. No, it didn't sound right. But I wish these folks were trying to sell us these wolf tickets, because we ain't wolfing. We ain't, Okay, we ain't woofing, y'all. We ain't woofing. Let's check out Don Hughes.
Y'all know how Cassie's testimony is the one that they say Diddy is most scared of in his upcoming trial? What if I told you they're wrong and this is who Diddy is most scared of? Everybody, meet Dr. Dawn Hughes, expert forensic psychologist, aka the Diddy Stopper. She has been the key component in many cases of men doing bad things to women. Johnny Depp was one, even Harvey. But the craziest one was R. Kelly. You see, R. Kelly was looking like this before she testified, and after she testified, he was looking like this. See, the thing about Dr. Diddy Stopper, aka Dawn Hughes, she is an expert in coercion and all this stuff that they get caught up in. And she was the last one to testify in the R. Kelly trial. Now, true, this is damaging with Cassie, and it will be damaging testimony when she's called to testify against the diddler. You see, she's so good at what she do, she like the closer, the relief pitcher. If you doing bad things to women and children, and this woman gets called, you in deep doo-doo. And so when Diddy's attorney found out she was involved in this case, they went to Diddy. They said, hey, Diddy, we got Dr. Dawn Hughes is on your case, and it ain't looking good. Diddy said, what? You mean Dr. Diddy Stopper? Yeah, Diddy. And by the way, we're going to need another $10,000 for this conversation. But yeah, what do you want me to do about it? You got to get rid of her. Diddy, we can't do that. You're already in trouble for allegedly getting rid of Tupac, perhaps. I know. Can we get her off of the case somehow? Diddy, we can do that, and I'll try, but I can't guarantee it. Diddy was sad. You can't guarantee it? Nope, but we will file. And then Diddy's attorney just recently filed to block the doctor who sided with Amber Heard. So who is Amber Heard? This is his ex who sued him for $1 million for allegedly doing bad thing, and it was a mess. So they sent in the paperwork, and the judge told them he has till May 5th to rule if they're going to let the Diddy Stopper in or not. So we just seen what Dr. Dawn Diddy Stopper did to Kelly. The only question we have now is she going for 2 in a row. Make sure y'all follow me. I'm doing 30 days of Diddy, aka Mohawk Diddy. This is day 2. I tell Diddy stories as we count down to the trial. I'm out, and I don't like it.
Okay, let me go to my first question, then go to that one. That's okay, right. It fell. But my thing is, but you can't get these homeless people off the street though. But you go get a train, try to get a bullet train for $63.4 or $63.9 million, and these people are still hungry. But they can't use no federal funds for that, though, huh, Pep? Can't they use federal funds to help the homeless people? This is just crazy. Let's check the football player, y'all. He had a little mental health, And you interested in the stories or any need help about mental health? You can talk to Trill Pill, TRILL Pill. It's digital, I believe it is. But check him out because he has some good things to share. And that young man has a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. We need to give him on our side of town with us over here, Pat. That's what we need to do. But let's check it out about this young man.
The victim saying that no one got shot. She's saying that someone shot. He shot the gun and then left.
NFL draft hopeful Kyron Lacey was found dead in North Harris County, sparking a conversation on mental health among his family, friends, and also fellow athletes. ABC 13's Chaz Miller is live this morning on FM 1960. It is off I-69 there in Humble with a timeline on what took place. Good morning to you, Chaz.
Samika, authorities do believe that Laci took his own life. It all started Saturday with a series of events that happened in this area where we're standing this morning. Now, according to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, this is what they are telling us. They said that Laci was arguing with a family member in this area and fired a gun into the ground. About 30 minutes later, he was spotted by a deputy constable who tried to stop him, but they say Laci drove off and crashed several miles away on Aldine Westfield near the Hardy Toll Road. Deputies say he shot himself. They did find a gun in his vehicle. Now, in a statement on Facebook, his dad said in part that this will never get easier, but that the family will learn to live with it. He urged parents to pay attention to the mental health of their children. Texans wide receiver Tank Dell also weighed in, saying that mental health is real. Now, Laci was scheduled to appear in front of a grand jury in Louisiana this morning because he was accused of killing a 78-year-old veteran in a crash. They say Laci then left the scene. Obviously, that will not be taking place.
Dang. Oh, prayers, 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 prayers. Prayers, 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 prayers. Prayers to that young man and prayers to that other man that got ended up getting hurt. Oh my God. So Pastor, they got federal fund. Oh, no, federal. Oh, I'm bad, wrong place. Take seriously, that's crazy. They do give federal funds for the house, but I don't know where it go. I don't know where it's at. It ain't. I can tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. Dallas, Texas ain't getting none of it. They ain't getting none. None. No help. Okay, let's see. What's the one I'm gonna tell y'all about? I've been waiting to tell y'all. I've been waiting to run my mouth to tell y'all this. Where that boy at? I don't know.
We pledge allegiance to your flag of the United States of America and to your republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for who? For you? For some? Not for us. Not for our people. So please stop saying we're equal. With your flag of red, white, and blue, you beat us. You beat us until we're black and blue. You beat us until we're numb. You beat us until we can't even walk straight. And you throw us in chains for the ones who are lucky. But for the ones of us who aren't so lucky, you tell us to put our hands up with some type of sick tribute to your privilege. And then you pull the trigger until our bodies lay down in your ground. You pull the trigger until your clip is empty. You pull the trigger until we make the evening news. And when our children cry, we have to look our children in the eyes and tell them that they have to be cautious when they walk your streets. And that they have to do so in fear. And that they have to spend an entirety of their life looking over their shoulder because you will hunt them down. And you will bury them either in a prison system that aims to disenfranchise them and the dirt beneath them. And this is all caused by that same racism you love to say doesn't exist anymore. But that same racism is the reason why when we want to put a hood on, we resist. That same racism is the reason why when we go to get these jobs, we're dismissed at the door. That same racism is the reason why when we go to shop, we're being watched in your stores. That same racism is the reason why us saying that Pledge of Allegiance feels more like a root canal or a whip to our flesh or a baton to our head or a bullet to our back or tear gas at a Black Lives Matter protest. And it hurts that I have to remember that the system I was born into was built to work against me. And it hurts that I have to remember that you will happily invest more money into the preservation of wildlife than you ever will into the preservation of Black life. Let me ask you a question. When you turn on your TVs and witness another dead body laying down on the ground, what do y'all see? Another murder? Another sad story? Another funeral? You see the aftermath? I see a little child who just lost their father. Another single woman trying to raise a man. Another boy is going to grow up and suffer the same fate as their father, which means another woman is going to outlive her adolescent son. This country practices a culture that likes equal rights for blacks. And I know I'm far from patriotic. So it's a little ironic that I pledge allegiance to your flag of the United States of America and to your republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for who?
Hello, young man. You got a bright future ahead of yourself. And did y'all see that young man counting them on his fingers? Y'all see him? Y'all see him? How he's counting them names on his fingers? See, his mama, his daddy, they up in the house. Again, his mama, his daddy, they up in that house. If dad ain't standing there, he's very involved in that young man's life. I can see that. I can see when he started counting on his doggone me fingers. You understand me? That young man started counting his fingers. I said, oh yeah. When I seen that, I said, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was taught right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whoever his parents is, much love to you, king and queens. You did your job, and your job was done. Hello. Oh, my thing is a black military wife was poo-pooed and unalive. Now, what gets me is you done did so wrong. Then you done did the ultimate most. Then you over the crime. This was a military wife. And they never said what the husband was or nothing. But y'all, Pastor, now I'm really mad. You really mad, Pap? Yeah. 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 I've been seeing a lot of these people getting by with unaliving these folks, and they just getting a little bit small time. Like that Caucasian man, he was a firefighter. He unalived them 2 twin boys. So them 2 twin boys had airline tickets in their pockets. How in the world they end up on a doggone me mountain in the woods? That wasn't where they was going. The firefighter. Now, who you think most would be more to help you out if you need some help? The firefighter. Y'all, all that I want to say is keep in contact with your people. It ain't got so bad now where you got to put Life 360 on your phone. If you ain't got Life 360 on your phone, put the locations. Let that one somebody know where you're going and who you're going with. Because it's bad. Yeah. It's sick, Sarah. It's bad. It's bad. Y'all speak up. Well, I don't want nobody in my business. I don't care about nobody being you can't be whooped. You got your own house, your own car, your own rent, everything. Can't nobody do nothing to you. Tell somebody where you're going, women's, especially, kids, especially. Tell where you're going. Do y'all go to my community wall? Do y'all see how many missing kids I post? I can post 50 kids in one day if I could. Yeah. It's so many kids coming up missing, so many kids. So let me tell y'all what happened. Then go to the next video. I posted a kid one day, and like a little shadow. Like how you have a little shadow. Somebody in the background taking a picture, but they had a little shadow, right? The little girl, she was light skinned and she had long eyelashes on. She had a little bun on her head. She had a little light skinned baby she playing with. Well, I made the post. One missing her baby. I made the post. It's good, baby. The baby been gone. I call her baby because she's the baby for me. She been gone for a while. Somebody shared my post. I ain't gonna say the name. Somebody shared my post. And one of their smart aleck friends got on the post and said, light skin where? If you're going to give this out, you need to give out the correct information. I let them know. Call her mama. Her mama says she light skin. And if you weren't such a pew head, a ick head, you would see it's a shadow over her. That baby was light-skinned. So you suckers to get on my post and talk that shit nizzle, don't think I ain't gonna give it back to you. Now you got a problem with I post about the missing kids, contact the police department, contact their mamas. They didn't want to get the description out to them. They gave them the last location and everything, what they were, everything on their body. Don't tell me about it. I'm just posting. So you can always go to my community wall and find missing kids on my community wall. Not just missing kids, missing adults, missing grandparents, fathers, brothers. I post all that stuff all the time. I do all the time. So don't you tell me to come to my channel no more and tell me about what I post on my channel. Because when I post on my channel, I do my research first. Okay? I do that first before I post anything. And if her mama don't know what she look like, how am I supposed to know what she look like? And I think her mama knows. So let me tell y'all, if y'all want to have problems with what I post on my community wall, as far as the missing kids, with the information I give y'all, there is a city and state that they're in. And some of them may have phone numbers for their mamas, daddies, cousins, who once made those reports and those descriptions. Contact them. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. And I bet you don't. Now, for the little smart aleck, little girl, little boy, a boy him, or she him, come my page again talking about light skin world. You bald faced and wanks, know your place. That baby was light skinned. And we don't need people like you with your misjudgment on my post talking no shit's nizzle, because I'm going to check you where you stand and check you where you at right then and there. So if you got a problem with the descriptions is, you contact their mamas. You contact their daddies. You contact the police department, because I put everything on my community wall where they been, missing, color, clothes, everything. So you got a problem with that? Contact them, okay? Let me move on. Don't go to my community wall no more with that bull, yeah? People need to think for the act. Oh, I'm old girl. You hear me? I am. Don't come to my community wall with that mess, because I give out the right stuff. Everything right. And you got a problem about her description, you can call her mama and tell her mama. Again, I bet you won't call her mama with that BS. I bet you won't. The mama had 3 phone numbers up there. Call them. You got any way you want to call, you can call. You can call them on Facebook. But I bet you won't do it. I got $100. So you won't say, light skin where? I bet you won't do it. But y'all, when we get land, we're going to sell some land. It's best to stay on top of your stuff yourself and don't slack. When you start slacking, that's when you start getting got.
When metal artisan Mike Scranton decided to sell this half-acre lot he owned for 15 years, he called realtor Tracy Brandon to list it. Only one problem. She discovered he no longer owned it.
Tracy called and said someone filed forged documents online and took my property. Damn, that ain't right.
Brandon says this warranty deed, which shows Scranton signing over his property, is completely fake.
So she forged documents and filed them with the county.
Brandon says the paper trail shows the woman behind the documents is someone by the name of Alma Martinez, and real estate records show she owns dozens of property in the area. Both the Houston Police Department and the Harris County Attorney's Office are investigating.
That somebody could have the opportunity to steal a home from somebody else with only the stroke of a pen is absolutely egregious.
And she a Mexican lady. All the houses that she got. All this land this lady got. She done stole from people. And this man right here, the first man to come with the fight. Mister, all I can say is fight for your right. Fight for your right. And fight for your land. That's your land. Don't you stop fighting for your land. Keep fighting for your land. Don't stop. Keep fighting for your doggone land. Can't just stole that man doggone land. Just a whiff of a pen on a piece of paper could change your life. Just that easy. So I guess it's possible that you might need that ID of that state, updated ID. Stuff like this right here happening. This woman's a doggone a pato. She's a pato. How is pato gonna go and take this Caucasian man land? He decided to go ahead and sell. He had so long, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. You tell he's an older man. Ain't gonna take his land? No, you wouldn't do that.
That passenger walked here to baggage claim to pick up his luggage. He couldn't find his suitcase on the carousel, so he tracked it with his AirTag. You won't believe where he found it. Jamil Reed just landed at Hartsfield-Jackson last month after a long flight from L.A. He went to get his bag. He checked with his airline. Reed tracked the AirTag he placed in his suitcase. Reed's luggage took a trip he never booked.
It went to Grady first. Now it's back at the airport.
He thought he located his suitcase, but his bag kept moving. The Odyssey finally led Reed right here to this SkyTrain station at the Georgia International Convention Center. He posted the encounter on Instagram.
I had about $3,000 worth of stuff in here.
Police say Reed and an officer from College Park traced the tag to this man on the floor next to Reed's silver aluminum hard shell suitcase. He was wearing Reed's clothes.
Yeah, he had on my shirt, my jeans, and my socks. I just thinking like, wow, this guy's really got on my entire stuff.
Police arrested Craig Nelson for stealing Reed's stuff. Reed's video now going viral. Nelson is charged with theft, removal of baggage, and trespassing. Reed hopes his story is a cautionary tale to all travelers. Always put a tracker in your luggage.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just, it's embarrassing. I don't even want to speak on that man. Man, I hope he was homeless. I hope that man was homeless. I hope he was homeless.
And Bobby Brown is asleep on my sofa.
Okay, y'all check this out about Bobby, y'all. I'm just confused about Bobby.
And Bobby Brown is asleep on my sofa. You don't believe me, huh? Okay, come with me, but be very, very quiet. Yeah, that has got to be the sickest fucking shit on the planet. Miami, here I come. 'Cause I'm over this shit.
Oh, not Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown done been got. Oh, Bobby. Bobby. Bobby done been got. Bobby done been got. Yes, sir. Wow. Man, Bobby Brown. I didn't know that, y'all. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
A proposed bill in Austin now threatens to charge transgender people with, quote, gender identity fraud. If passed, it would become a felony to identify as a gender opposite to what a person was assigned at birth. The bill was filed last week by Republican State Representative Tom Olverson, who represents the Cypress area. State jail felonies are punishable by up to 2 years in jail and a fine of up to $10,000. Trans rights advocates are calling this bill alarming.
Do y'all agree with that? Do you agree with that? Okay, this perk. Me. They ID can say what they want to say. As long as the birth certificate says what it's supposed to say the correct way. The ID can say what they want to say. Your men's card, your GM card, whatever they want to say, whatever they say. Long as your birth certificate says what you were when you was born, I'm cool with that. You're gonna get out and change your ways about yourself. A lot of people don't like the way they look. They like the way they dress. They don't like the way they was raised. They like people they be raised around. So give them the chance to do a new life, a new start. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge a person because they trying to be some people may not be comfortable with certain parts of themselves within themselves. And I feel like let people be who they want to be. And that's what's wrong with the world. And everybody care about what people think about them. And this was driving a lot of people crazy. And that's how a lot of people get bullied as well. See what I'm saying? So I feel like let a person be what they want to be. But as long as his birth certificate say whether he's a man or a woman, cool. What his driving license say, don't care. What his job paperwork say, don't care. Don't want to care about none of it. And as long as he go to the right restroom. Go to the right restroom now. And ladies, you stutter others. Y'all go to the right restrooms now. Quit trying to confuse everybody. That ain't what I'm liking. But what you do, I ain't got a problem with it. How you address yourself, that's what you do. But as long as it's the right thing on your birth certificate, anything else, I don't feel like you need to get in trouble for not saying that I'm a man. Or, I'm a woman. Who cares? As long as you go right, do your right dues. Go to the right bathrooms. Don't try to put your stuff off on nobody else. And you ladies go to the right restroom, the ladies' room. You men, even though you wear a dress on, you need to go to that room. If not, y'all need to get it together as a group, as an LGBTQTA group, and get y'all a bathroom for the LGBTQTA. That way, it'll be restroom with 4 restrooms. Make it work. I'll tell you. But I don't feel like, I don't feel like with that. Yeah. They going in a little bit too hard. Yeah. And have y'all ever noticed everybody ain't comfortable about the way they were born. Some people don't like the way they were born, how they look like born. I got more my mama jeans sure was strong. I look just like my mom. That's what the men say. Girl. Now I know a bunch of girls like they hard damn daddies around here. They wearing their daddy face, fingernails, eyelashes, eyebrows. They got their daddy mustache. And know that's their daddy child. They was mocked. Not marked. They was mocked. But y'all, again, I'm gonna get about here. Y'all check that butter. Y'all check them codes. Y'all check y'all stuff. I won't come on here and y'all talking crazy, and I'm gonna get crazy back with you. Don't come on here with that craziness. Let me see. They didn't have no codes in that right there. I trusted they had them codes. They didn't have no codes for the butter. I seen some codes on something I was looking at. Had some codes on it. I think it was something else. Ain't no code on it. But yeah, please go look at your butter. Go check your butter out. Check your butter out. And if your kids have not gotten the measles shots on your rural area, people talking about, I don't want to give my kids no measles shots. I don't want my kids to have no shots. I don't want my kids to have no any kind of virus shots. This is why this is exposed. It's not ours. It ain't the Aldous grocery store itself. It's the people in their area not getting their kids vaccinated. That's what the problem is. The kids are not getting vaccinated. And don't forget about your chips, your Lay's chips. When I seen the Lay's chip, when I seen this, I reached and grabbed it. But then I turned around and go a little further on down the line. Lay's got different flavors coming out. Now, how do you have a recall and then you got different flavored chips coming out. When you have the recall before you have a different flavored chip come out, I'm just saying. And if your state laws is trying to change about food stamps, y'all need to go in there and vote. Go vote for your kids' junk food. Y'all know kids don't like everything. They have all healthy food. And y'all know kids don't like no celery. And a lot of kids don't like carrots. A lot of kids don't like peanut butter. A lot of people don't like this and that, so-called healthy. But what they say healthy, y'all, I've seen a lot of recalls on. So what is healthy? What's extra processed? What's extra healthy? I've seen the healthy foods have recalls, the nuts, the fruits, the juices. Recall. But they says healthy. Now, a lot of junk food is what I have not been seeing on recall. But I've been seeing a lot of healthy foods, quote and unquote, on the recall list. So y'all just be careful. Go on the Google and go to the 2025 recall list or March 2025. You got some food from January or February. Go in there and put February 2025 food recall, chip recall. Or what the food you want to look at, hamburger meat recall. Y'all look that stuff up. Don't be sitting around and eating that bad food and making yourself sick, and you already know if you ain't got the receipt, you don't get your money back. So who keeps the receipt like that? And not only that, that's money you'll be a loss. Okay? And that's a product, a meat or whatever that you ain't got in your house no more is there. So you got to make some kind of substitution for it, right? Right. So we're gonna see how it's gonna go for the healthy food. So if you get food stamps to your kids, if you get them, and I'm gonna try to get them, you can work and still get them. You can work and still get them. You all right. You understand me? But you got it for sale, just let me know the back end. But yeah, so vote. Y'all go vote. When it's about the food stamps, and y'all go vote. It's in Texas with 22-8. 8 people said no, and 22 people said yes. And I can just imagine my 22 people. You understand me? Y'all just keep your eyes out on that. And if you know anybody that's an illegal citizen, tell them don't be going on apps registering for nothing. They finding y'all through registration through apps and things like that. Y'all got to be careful. Be careful. And then everybody trying to get, they think it's the Mexican. They belong, some of them belong over here. They were born over here. They got their one, Gonzalez, Hernandez, Julio, Riete, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Let's check out this migrant right here.
Today, nearly a dozen people stood outside the parking lot of an immigration supervision office in Delray Beach, waiting for friends and family members.
They were tricked into coming to check in with their immigration officer, as they've done time and time again. But this time they were caught by surprise and taken away.
This woman says her cousin was called to come in at 8 a.m. on Monday for what they thought was a routine appointment.
He was given everything, proper documentation. All he had to do is check in with immigration monthly, weekly, through a phone, and continue following up until his court date to decide if he could stay forever. And today was a normal check-in as far as we knew.
It wasn't until she saw this photo and videos of a group of people in zip ties that she realized her cousin had been detained.
These people aren't bad people. These people are criminals.
And her cousin wasn't the only one. This other woman says she waited for more than 5 hours before her son was escorted out by agents.
So they say, come over here at 2 o'clock because we need to fit something in your phone for the application that we supervise you. And that was a lie.
She says her 30-year-old son came to the United States from Venezuela when he was just 6 years old. We asked the company for a comment, but they referred us to their federal partners.
They locking them. They locking them up. They don't care. You right, Pep. Pep crazy down there laughing. I'm telling the truth though. Yeah. Y'all, you know, in Texas, Mexico was one of the ones. In Texas was Mexico. So if Mexico was in Texas, and you know they always say, you know, we We probably some family down there somewhere. I don't know. I got some on my California side, but they ain't no kin to me. There's some kin to my cousins. Yeah, that's how we all know each other about that there, right there, that part. But y'all, I hope everybody enjoy themselves, y'all. Hope everybody enjoy this. I really enjoyed myself. I will be back. If I come back Friday, it'll be trending topics. But if I don't come back Friday, I will be back on Sunday. No, Sunday's Easter. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Hold it. Okay. So Sunday is gonna be Easter. I might come on live about a good 30 minutes on Friday. I'm gonna be kind of busy. So I will postpone Sunday's live until Monday. Again, I will postpone Sunday live until Monday. No, you know what? I come on Tuesdays anyway, right? So I might just come on Tuesday. Yeah. I'll come back Tuesday and I'm going to do the Down Low Men. Tuesday is going to be the DL Men. So y'all come back Tuesday at 7 p.m. and we are going to do the DL Men's. We got wives' testimonies. We got all kind of stuff. And after that, on Tuesday, I believe Friday, we will have the LGBTQTA domestic violence. So we're going to do the BQTA domestic violence. And on Tuesday, we're going to be doing the Down Low. So if y'all come back on Tuesday, 7 o'clock, y'all. We're going to talk about the DL men's who ain't acting right. You know, if you had, and then it also may give you the idea of, you know, if my man putting something in your mind, my man been moving funny or something like that. Yeah. So part 1 of the Down Low will be on Tuesday. We're going to have two parts, part 1 and part 2. Again, part 1 on Down Low Men's will be on Tuesday. And on Friday, I'm going to be doing the LGBTQTA domestic violence. So y'all be here. I'm going to make sure I take care of that. Thank you, Sarah. Girl, I know you will, Sarah. And Sarah, I just want to say thank you so much for dropping CK Generation, like the Generations link, for dropping Hood Talk link and everything, and the donations link. I thank you very much, Sarah. You are a contributor. I thank you very much for helping me out on that. And you know, you are very much appreciated, my sister, for that as well. So yeah. But anyway, we could get up out here. Hold on just 1 second. People get the car. My cousin, my son, to go to work. But anyway, yeah. So I like to say I thank everybody for coming in and watching. I love everybody. Again, I got a bake sale coming up pretty soon. I get everything together, my cakes and pies and my cookies and stuff. And all proceeds will go to Vino Entertainment TV, Feeding the Unfortunate. And I'm gonna see if I can drag Pap Feet by the feet and get those couple of ebooks out. I can put them on my community wall. Y'all can want to purchase the ebooks. You can, and our proceeds will also go to Vino Entertainment TV for donate to the unfortunate as well. Me and Pep gonna be out pretty soon, going to feed. And thanks for the donation to Shank Rock and Miss Park as well. And anybody else want to donate, you can. You can hit me up at Gavin. Hit me up at Vino Entertainment TV at gmail.com. And hey, that's all we got to say. But y'all know our motto. How in the hell we gonna love somebody? We don't even love ourselves, right? Peace. And y'all, I forgot to download my intro. Let me see. I forgot, y'all. I forgot. But y'all know what? We got it. Hey, if y'all got churches close to Dallas over here, but close to me, y'all let me know. I'm trying to find me a new church home. I'm trying to get in the choir. And y'all see me on in the morning time working out. I'm just trying to get my body feel good. This morning I did a little dance move, got a little groove on. I had fun. But I want y'all to know that my body is feeling good. In the morning time, I feel like I can't nothing slow me down. Nothing. I'm a morning person. And my body feels good. And I'm able to work out now on my leg. I've been working my leg out little by little. Doctor said little by little. Don't rush into it. Go slowly. So I've been going slow about my legs. So I've been doing little by little by little. You know what I'm talking about? That's right. That's right, Pep. We got this. And hey, we got some more stuff coming pretty soon. I'm giving with my girl and get some dates together. We got some stuff coming pretty soon. So just hold on. If you're in Alton, we're gonna be coming out to Alton. We're gonna do some things out there in Alton. Y'all hear me? Anyway, how the hell you gonna love somebody? You don't love yourself. As my friends say, keep your head on peace, keep your head on the swivel. As I say, peace. Love y'all. Oh, slow StreamYard. Come on, StreamYard.